All right, everybody, welcome to our first official joint sessions. So, jump right in. I just want to kind of talk about just holding things in and kind of why we're here, right? I don't know about you, but every time I've held things in, it made my darkness darker. That's why we're here tonight. And so light up if you've got one, grab a coffee if that's your vibe, and let's sit in together for a bit. Now it's a little different. I usually prep for these things when I do the podcast, but tonight we're just gonna sit here, no notes, no nothing, just kind of, shoot this shit a little bit, build a little bit of a community. I guess is what we're trying to do here, right? So no pressure, just survival out loud. That's all I'm working on. Just trying to get by day to day. The reason I wanted to start doing these lives is because I've gotten a lot of great feedback from the podcast and how people, have been really open to the idea of some communication, right? And so here we go. So I thought we'd talk back about start off. I was thinking about one adult skill you don't have together, right? For me, it's knowing how to people. Without feeling like I'm just glitching in public, for me, I've noticed this a lot when I've been going out to the bars and trying to hang out and trying to meet people and trying to introduce myself to women and trying to date and trying to do all that stuff. I don't know how to do it anymore. And sure, part of that was 12 years in a relationship where I was super comfortable and kind of felt like we were in a routine. Like we had a shorthand. We knew each other. I could just be 100% me. I definitely fear that being 100% me and honest and vulnerable and showing who I am is not going to attract a lot of women because I am not like most men in this area. I'm not hardened by life, I don't tend to be the softer side of things. I'm an emotional guy. I cry. I, put all my shit out there, obviously, right? We're doing this. And obviously, my life's changed a lot over the last couple of years, not just with getting dumped to the curb, but also with things like my weight loss journey, right? That's been a big thing, something I really like to talk about. But also, I don't think telling a prospective partner about how I went from being, super huge to being somewhat normal sized, not really the emotional getter you hope for, So every time I go out, I freeze. You ever find yourself just freezing or putting on a show? You're just. Do you ever find it for you? Is it ever where you almost are being a chameleon, you're putting on these masks or you're answering? Here's a great way to put it, right? It's I'm taking a test and I want all the right answers. Well, every time anyone says anything to me when I'm out and about, it's just like that. It's I'm taking a test. It's I'm on trial. And if I don't give the right answer, then I'm not going to get, invited to hang out, or I'm not going to get the job, whatever it is. If I don't answer exactly. So I feel sometimes I catch myself overthinking. You ever do that? Be in a conversation and just overthinking your answers so where it honestly takes you a very long time to answer. So it's you're answering 5 minutes past when the question was asked, and then you just look like a real fucking idiot. I do that all the time at work. Or I like to fill the silence at work with asking questions. One reason is because I like to see if I actually know what the fuck's going on. But then the other one is because I don't do well with silence. And I go to the bar and I love to people watch. Like, I am all about people watching. I'm great at it. It is from my, my past growing up, kind of being very familiar with all the possibilities of what's going on around me is kind of a big deal. And, so I'm great at watching, and I see it happening. I just don't know I can't mimic what I'm seeing. And obviously, I think it's just because most of the people in the bar, on some level, are being more authentic than I know how to be. Because I feel like I have to fit a role, right? So I don't know how to, I don't know how to get by. What about you out there in Chatland? What do you do to get by? Like, how do you enter new situations where you meet people and you are able to engage and put yourself out there and be your authentic self, but also kind of protect yourself? Because I'm not going to lie, I'm afraid of what people are going to think. By the way, this vitamin tastes delicious tonight. 2 for 2, back-to-back nights. I'm a little sad I got to go to work tomorrow, but it's nice because it's my favorite part of the whole turnaround, right? It's so I work days and nights and we rotate, and so this is my favorite part of the rotation because we go Thursday, Friday day shift, but then I get off Friday, right, at 6, and then I have all Friday evening to do whatever I want, hopefully meet somebody and do some wild, crazy things, and then Saturday night, I have off Sunday, and then Monday, and then I don't have to be back to work till 6 o'clock Tuesday evening. It is like almost 4 days off, and it is terrific, and I'm excited about it. You notice I was feeling my hair here? My hair's starting to grow back, and I'm trying to decide, and maybe you could let me know if you think it's a terrible idea. I'm trying to decide if I want to grow my hair back because, maybe time for a change. I've thought about shaving my beard, which I haven't done that in like probably 5 years. Mostly just kind of a fresh start. I've been really clearing out a lot of things out of my life that I don't need and making some weird changes. So, yeah. Thinking about some good vibes I got this week. So, we've all know it's been a real shit couple of weeks. Been a real shit year, but the last couple of weeks got pretty scary. And I've gotten some phone calls and some feedback. And I don't know about you, but when's the last time you like out of the blue had someone you hadn't talked to in years just call to check in on you? So for me, it was just the other day. And I hate the reason that they felt they had to call and check in. But I loved it nonetheless because I felt like it came from a real awesome spot. So shout out to my boy Rabbit. He had heard what was going down and he had called. And I haven't talked to Rabbit since ATI closed down. I did freak out somebody at a fucking grocery store last time I was in Utah because I could have swore I saw Rabbit at this grocery store and I was like, Rabbit, what's up? And this guy was like, who the fuck are you talking to? So there was that, but it really, it emotionally fucked me up hearing from him the other day. Not in a bad way. It was great to hear from him, and it was some of the words he says were super kind and just, reminded me that I do hold some value in some people's life. And the shit that he remembered. Hey, Maisie Grace. Sorry, Maisie's in here. Maisie does not like the smell of weed, but Moosey Goosey's does love it. You want to come up here and snuggle and say hi to everybody? Come on. All right, I'm going to take a pause for the calls and see if we can get Miss Maisie to get up here without burning our clothes off. Oh, come on, Mace. We'll see if she comes up, but she knows she's always welcome. People love her. So Maisie's is my Mastiff, and she is my protector and my baby. But we'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to get back to Rabbit. So Rabbit called, checked in on me, told me he was here for me, told me he had my back, and just told me, that I always had this friend. Like, I will always have this friend. And that shit meant so much to me. So shout out to Rabbit and thanks for checking in, buddy. If you guys, by the way, we are live streaming to pretty much all the platforms. So if you're watching and you have, you know, any comments or anything, they come directly into the studio from everywhere. So if there's something you want to talk about, if there's any questions you have, I'm an open book. We could talk about my weight loss journey. We could talk about my mental health situation and that journey. I'm open to anything. We can talk about if you've been through a breakup or a divorce, let's talk about it. It's just not easy. I'm in the midst of like overwhelming negativity in that area. And I wonder like I wonder if sorry. This is a problem with vitamins. They do tend to like slow your thought process down. Here's Macy again. Anyway, so we're back. I'm back. These are going to get better as it's like the podcast has gotten better, right? We're working on it. We're constantly trying to improve. And I'm single and I have a lot of free time on my hands. So if I'm not working on my house, I'm working on improving this pod. So, you know, there's that. One thing that's really I've been going back and forth with. So I don't know if you can see it. I have this tattoo that I got back in April of 24, right before I went into treatment for my eating disorder for the third time. And hey, Maisie Grace. There's my Maisie Grace. Say hi, everybody. Oh, that's my big girl. She's like, Daddy, don't tell me. Oh, that's my big girl. But anyway, so we got the tattoos, right? And this tattoo means a ton to me. It's our thumbprints made into a heart. And it's got a quote from our, you know, what I call our song. And then it also says something we used to say to each other all the time. That's love your stupid face. And I've been struggling with this. Every time I see it when I'm in the shower or if I'm like shaving my arms, I see that and it brings a lot of mixed emotions for me. I don't know if you have anything like that. You want to talk to, you know, shoot it out in the chat, but I love it on one hand, right? Because it's this beautiful memory of this relationship and this connection that I had with a human. My struggle comes with, I remember when we got this tattoo, among several other situations where I, you know, being afraid of abandonment, being scared of loss, I asked the question, like, are we good? Like, I'm about to tag my body for eternity. So, like, I wanted to know that that I wasn't just doing it and then I would have to have this on there in this very situation where, you know, she decides she doesn't want to be with me anymore. And now I've got to carry this memory with me forever. And like I said, it's not all bad, right? There's a lot, for me, there's a lot of great memories. But where I struggle is I think about the day she left or told me she was done and the fact that one of the things she had said that like she'd basically wanted out for a long time. And I don't want to rehash all that. That is, we're past that, right? But where I'm struggling is, right, if you didn't want to be with me, but you inked your body with me, like we have these matching tattoos. These are the times that make this shit hard. Like these are the times where I just don't understand like what I'm missing or what I didn't, I don't know, what clues I didn't gather as we were going through this process. So I'm wondering, should I get rid of it, right? Cover it. You know, I've thought about covering it literally with just black as almost like like a memorial to what was there, to the love that tattoo Uh, you know, the love that tattoo that was there. I thought about going black. I thought about changing it altogether. I thought about laser removal, but laser removal is really expensive. I don't know what to do with it. So what would you do with it? Send, if you get rid of it, right? Give me like a scissors emoji in the chat, right? Just cut it out. If you keep it, give me like a green light emoji or something. I'm not emoji savvy, so you'll have to think outside the box. Miss Maisie, such a snuggler. This girl has not left my side since the whole day where shit went south, and we almost went away for good. She and Moose, who I've been calling Snickers a lot, which is a whole nother thing. Snickers is my old dog, my Rottweiler who passed away last year right before we got Maisie. The reason we got Maisie is because we put Snickers down. That shit was way too hard on me. So I needed an emotional support puppy. And that's where Maisie came in. I mean, yeah, I could even like cover it with like something for my dog. I don't know, right? I just know that like every time I see this, I'm like, fuck. She said we were good. Like, I thought we were good, but she said, when she said we weren't good, that she'd wanted out for, like, basically since the beginning. So, like, how fucked up am I to carry this? And then how am I to, and then here's the other thing. I never thought I'd have to explain it to another woman, like, what, as we're, like, laying in bed, like, my tattoos, right? Because I got my sleeve, or my half sleeve, it's all my gambling stuff, makes sense. I got this guy just fucking, yeah. Could I cover it with like a dragon or something? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. But it's funny how the littlest things will it's funny how the smallest things get you just emotionally like unstable. I could be having a pretty great day, and then for whatever reason, the tattoo catches my eye, and all I can do is go, how do I get rid of that? Like, what did I do to destroy this relationship? Why is the relationship over? I think what's going to help, and so if you all know anybody who's single looking to mingle, or have any friends who don't mind a guy with a little extra skin from losing a shit ton of weight, maybe that's what I need. Like, maybe it's just moving on. Maybe it's finding someone else, and then the fate of that tattoo, because, maybe that works. Who knows? When it comes to that, and the whole dating thing, do you think that you have to be fully over someone before you start dating again? Or is it best to kind of date your way through the pain? Not that I'm having the best luck, right? With that situation. But let's be honest, if maybe it is, I just need to date through it. But also, like, there's part of me is like, I don't know how to fucking even begin to be like open and honest and vulnerable with another human after dealing with all of this shit. Like, I don't know how to do that. And so that's a struggle, because when I do want to go out and meet somebody, my first thought is, well, what if Kim wants to come back? And then I'm already going to be in this other thing. Like, I'm holding myself back just mentally, even of pursuing a woman, because, Kim may come back. If I just hang out, Kim's going to come back. And I know that's not the case, but that is part of it. Or like, oh shit, the last person who said that they loved me and they wanted to be with me and it was forever, literally destroyed that in an instant, and I didn't even know it was coming. And I don't know that I can do that again. I don't know about you. Maybe you are great at, starting over and putting yourself out there. And if that's awesome, please, in the chat, let me know what you're doing to be able to do that, to move on like that. Because for me, it's confusing. Like, I'm, very like, wounded puppy. Like, you should see Maisie, by the way. Speaking of wounded puppies, she's just like half on, half off this couch because she's trying to stay away from the smoke, and she doesn't want to like get off away from daddy because she's a sweet girl. Anyways, let's get back to it. Yeah. So let me know what you're doing. For me, like, I think I have to date through it because I think the only way I can move past Kim is to find somebody new to spend time with, laugh with, have fun with, be intimate with. But that definitely comes with its own set of fears, and we're gonna work through those, and hopefully you can help me do that. Um, Silence is not good, right? Like, this is where I fuck up. I start getting freaked out and get silent, and I start overthinking things. So take this little, what you've just seen here on this show, right? Where I literally just blanked out for a second because I was overthinking everything. And I'm like thinking about how am I doing? How's it sounding? Now expand that into the world of dating. And like when I want to, like, if I find an attractive woman at a bar, I'm constantly going, well, maybe she has a better job than me, so why would she want to date me? Or maybe she's, got her shit together. I don't have my shit together, and I don't know that I ever will. I don't know that I'm a get my shit together kind of guy. I'm a get through life best I can, laugh as much as I can kind of guy. And I think what was great about my marriage with Kim, amongst 1,000 other things, was she kind of pulled me up to like get my shit together. And not that that was her responsibility, but I think it's nice when you have somebody who's stronger than you in an area. you know? Uh, oh, there we go. I'm out of it again. All right, I think we're going to shut this guy down here in just a minute. I'd like to finish this so I can sleep a little better. Of course, here's the deal. No nightmares, right, with the vitamins. Vitamins are uh, what keeps the nightmares away. But lately, without Kim being here, uh, I would say my paranoia is kicked up. And so I don't lock the bedroom door or close the bedroom door when I have the dogs here because I want them to be able to run and go in and out as they need to throughout the night. Problem with that is every time I shut the lights off, I turn the music on and I just assume someone's coming in to murder me. So I get paranoid as fuck. You know how hard it is to go to sleep when you're paranoid? Sure, I'm not having the nightmares that I will have if I don't have vitamins, but I actually have to get to sleep to not have nightmares. And it's hard as fuck to get to sleep when all you're thinking about is as soon as the lights go off, someone's coming in to murder you. Sometimes I think she's like sending someone to murder me, you know? Like that's that is the world I live in. It's getting to be football season. I don't know about you, but if there's anything that you really look forward to that really just always like pumps you up and lights up, for me, it's Cleveland Browns football. It's NFL season that we're like right in the midst of. Browns have their first preseason game Friday, and I'm so stoked to watch that. Shador get his first start. But like I love football. For me, like preseason football, I get it. Don't judge me. I get it. It sucks. I uh I know that it's not that competitive. I know I'm watching guys I'm probably never going to see on Sunday, but it's all about the kickoff, right? It's all about the igniter. It's the igniter for the whole NFL season. And for me, those 3, 4, 5 months, and honestly, let's be honest, like 5, 6 weeks if you're a Browns fan, because we're going to be fucked by then. So it's just really another 10 weeks after that of being highly disappointed and frustrated of your life choices to follow this team with such ravenous passion. But from now until then, guess what? Here we fucking go. I get to enjoy watching guys like these rookies like Shedeur and see their opportunity and get excited about, in just a month from tomorrow, we got regular season. You know what else comes with regular season? Fantasy football. I love fantasy football. It is just one of my guilty little pleasures that I have. Speaking of guilty little pleasures, what are some of yours? Like, what are something that you'd never admit except for maybe here, And for me, like, I think of things like I love Nickelback, right? I think about one of the best concerts I ever went to was a Nickelback show, or wrestling. You've heard me talk on the joint sessions about wrestling and how much I love wrestling. I don't say that to too many people. I was extremely excited to meet somebody at my new job that is also a passionate wrestling fan. So I have like this automatic conversation starter, which really helps. And they're completely like not in the dating pool. So it's like takes away that awkwardness, because if I want to date somebody, it just makes it very tough to like have a conversation, because all I'm worried about is, what are they thinking about every answer? And so, finding people with these awkward, fun things that you can talk about, or podcasts. Like, I love certain podcasts. Two Bears, One Cave. I know some people are really into that. What is yours? What's something that, you're not going to go out and tell the world about, but in the right situation, you might go, yeah, I'm into this. Ooh, I swear to you guys, small talk like this for me is harder than even the idea of dating. It's just weird. Like, I never know like what's good to talk about, because I don't like small talk, right? And I think this is why dating is tough for me as well. I don't do well with small talk. I want to know everything about you, and not just like, oh, your color, your favorite band, any of that. Sure, we'll get to that, but I want to know like the deep shit. Like, I want to know what hurt you. Tell me what hurt you. Tell me what created those scars that make you so standoffish. Tell me what, or better yet, why don't you have any scars, and why are you walking through the world wound free and able to communicate and engage with everybody? Because I want to know how to do that. So I'm not like, so I try. I'll be like, oh, how about those Reds? When I'm trying to start conversations at work and stuff, but I don't give a fuck about baseball. But I know just enough to like keep myself in a boring conversation where we don't really get to know anybody. Anyways, guys, we've been doing this for about a half hour. I know it was a train wreck. You know it was a train wreck, but I hope it was a fun train wreck, right? And I think we're going to keep doing these. They're going to get better. If you sat here quietly or chatted, well, nobody chatted, so you just sat here quietly. It's okay. If you just let this play while you rolled one, I'm glad you were here. These sessions aren't about fixing everything in an hour. They're about showing up, even messy, even tired. Same time next week. Keep going, keep breathing. This isn't therapy. This is Survival Out Loud. This is the Pearson Mind Podcast, and this has been Joint Sessions. I'll see you guys next time.